Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Be Live. I'm your host, Harry Bridgeforth, and today I have a very special guest, good friend of mine, champion, athlete, all around good guy, and Powerslap entrepreneur, athlete, Mr. Wes the Boom Mena. What's going on, my friend?
What's going on, fam? How you doing?
How's it
Thank you for
going? How's
having
it
me.
going? No problem,
Everything's
no
good.
problem. I appreciate you being on the show. And for today, we always pick the minds of all my guests. And
Okay.
Wes has a very elaborate story. So we're going to ask him about five personal questions about his professional life, and then five
Mhm.
questions about his personal life. We always know like the five shotgun questions. So we'll talk as long as we can. I know that there's a lot of different weather and certain things that are going on in Atlanta right now.
Yeah.
Algae season is coming up towards where we are too. So
Yeah,
I
it's
don't want to
hitting me
put you.
hard. It's hitting me hard. So if you guys see me sniffing and stuff, that's because of that.
Yeah, it's because of
Allergies.
that.
Right.
Offline we talked. So he got his Claritin loaded. So I don't want to hold him up too long. All right. So we're gonna get right into it, Wes. Where
Okay.
did you grow up?
I'm originally from Lawrence, Massachusetts.
Let's go.
I was pretty much raised there
Mhm.
until up until I was like 9 years old.
Okay.
My dad and my mom, they went to the same high school, had me out there, had my sister. My sister's older, so I'm
Mhm.
originally from Boston,
Okay.
and then I just pretty much moved down here to Atlanta when I was like 9 years old, and then raised here ever since.
Okay. So you guys all moved as a family, went down from Boston. And we're up
Yeah.
near Boston right now, so I know the whole weather and all that stuff now.
Oh,
So you're a New
yeah.
England
Just
guy. You're a New
I
England
grew
guy. I
up. I
never knew
grew
that.
up. Yeah, I grew up with the snow coming up to my knees
Let's
and all
go.
that stuff. It's just yeah. I'm
Yeah.
good on
Big
that.
difference. Yeah. Let's yeah, big difference from the north to the south.
Exactly.
Okay, okay. So then
Yeah.
you moved down to Atlanta, and then like where'd you go to high school?
Yeah. So when I moved, when I went to Atlanta when I was like around nine, grew up there ever since. I
Mhm.
went to by the way, the South Side, Henry County, McDonough, Georgia.
Okay.
I went to Union Grove Middle and Union Grove High School. I was a standout athlete, did football,
Let's go.
basketball, wrestling. I come from those circles and yeah, man, and I was pretty much there, raised ever since, and I have a lot of family and friends out here, and I've
Hmm.
been here ever since, so it's been great, man. And when I was in middle school and high school, did a lot of wrestling, did a lot of football,
Hmm.
and then I transitioned to eventually go to play some college football, and I went to Virginia and did all that stuff. So in a
Okay.
nutshell, yeah. So
Okay.
pretty much
What?
born in Boston, raised in the South.
But I know that you're an athlete, all around athlete. We talk
Yeah.
offline all the time. And you're saying with football, your position in football, right? What position in
Yeah.
football did you play?
I played defensive tackle. I played
Let's go.
the one tech or the one technique and the three technique. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
nose tackle, D tackle. Yeah.
You in the middle of it. You in the
Yes,
middle.
sir. Man, I was like around. I was probably the strongest heavyweight. I was probably one of the strongest
Hmm.
guys in school. And
Hmm.
I remember I did the weightlifting competition, got third in the regional.
Let's go.
And it's crazy because I probably could have won state. The only crazy thing I didn't even get to compete in state
Mm.
because I did not have a ride to get to state. I
Come
swear to you
on.
not.
Come on.
They could not pay for my transportation to take me from my school all the way to
Okay.
the state,
Hmm.
and I
But
just
that
ended
was
up
it.
missing the whole thing. It was weird.
Oh
Like
man.
if I'm competing and I'm representing this regional side, why am I not taking
Hmm.
care of my transportation? But that's
Yep.
neither here or there. But
Yep.
yeah, D tackle, I was like 280, 290 walking around. I was
Hmm.
benching 435. There's a clip on me on YouTube, and I'm benching 435 my senior year in high school.
Let's go. I'm gonna get
So
that.
yeah, so they got me doing that, man. I was just a strong guy. I was like a mini me, like Brock Lesnar. I was
Hmm.
fast, I was strong, and everybody respected me because it's just like I was that big guy.
Yeah. And we talk about your athletics even
Yeah.
offline. I've seen a couple other interviews as well. You
Uh-huh.
understand I play football the same way. I
Okay.
was a track and football guy. But the reality is when you play these sports, you build not only those structure. You said you were a wrestler too, so I
Yeah.
already know your work ethic. Wrestling
Uh,
is by far the
no
hardest
joke. Yeah.
sport to even compete in.
Yeah.
So I already know your work ethic with that, but a lot of people don't know, at least unless they've spoken to you, your fitness journey in
Yeah.
terms of, you said you're D tackle. D tackles are not small guys. They're not.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of everything. Can you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about your fitness journey from where it started to where you are now?
Yeah, so like back in high school, middle school, college, I was always the big guy on
Hmm.
campus. I was always a big
Hmm.
guy. And then as of my later years, I started getting bigger. And then, I got into, having my own business. I started doing entrepreneurship where I was doing bodyguard work.
Okay.
I had a friend that was around the same size as me. And he was like, "Hey, I'm making a great living. I'm traveling all around the world, and I'm
Hmm.
with a client that's everywhere that needs security, and I'm making great money." So I was like, "You know what? He's like my size. I want to get into that." So,
Hmm.
he took me under his wing. I got into that, and then, sure enough, I ended up partnering with him, and he showed me the ropes. So I ended up getting my certifications and
Let's
whatnot.
go. Let's go.
But everything was starting to roll. But then it got to the point where, like, okay, I'm getting all this money, all
Hmm.
this work, but I'm not taking care of my health. So I
Health.
started
Yep.
getting
Yep.
bigger. I started eating more at nights.
Hmm.
I started staying up a little bit later. My
Yep.
clients would, leaving, the house at 12, and I'd be back home at 6 o'clock in the morning. Just living that
It takes a
lifestyle.
toll. It takes a toll on your
It takes
on your body, man. Yep.
Exactly. So it takes a toll on my body, and then I just ended up getting bigger and bigger, and
Mm.
that's how I eventually just I lost myself essentially. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So
Mm.
that's what happened with that. So
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to dive more deep onto that,
No, I
or if
mean,
you
we
have more
talked we
questions.
talked about your fitness and your
Yeah.
journey from it's always like when you're an athlete, you have that in you. Your body
Yeah.
doesn't feel right if you're a little
Yeah.
bit over. And we as we get older, that's just the way it is. We get older, some stuff starts to jiggle,
It's
stuff
just
don't feel
life.
right. That's
Yeah.
life, right? But
Yeah.
you always come back and you have a long journey from where you were because I've seen pictures of where you were
Yeah.
till now. I mean, you lost all that weight, so kudos to you. We
Hmm.
talked about it before. Your training schedule, however you got down there. I hope that you share that. You
Yeah.
let Dana know. Make
Oh,
sure
they
that
know. They know
they
about
see.
it. That's
I
why I'm
see.
one of his favorites. I like he's one of my he likes me, man, for sure. He's been to all
Mm-hmm.
my fights, and
Mm-hmm.
he's
Yeah, I've
just
seen a
I had
couple
the
of them.
commissioner when I was actually on the weigh-ins last
Mm.
week. The Nevada State Athletic Commissioner, he was like, "Wow, man, you're in great shape,"
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
took pride in that. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm like one of the
Hmm.
heavyweights that are like the
But you're
lean
big.
buff.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You're
You know what
not
I'm
just
saying?
like the
So
big guys.
yeah,
You're
I'm not
actually
just like
got
a
toned and
chubby,
stuff. Yep,
big guy.
yep,
I'm like I actually
yep.
have some lean, I have some power, I have some veins coming out. I'm feeling
Hmm.
good, and
Hmm.
they respect that. So
Yeah.
that's it's good to hear stuff like that.
I know Dana is looking at it, not only because he's a smart guy and he knows what he's
Yeah,
doing, obviously, but he's looking at it also as a marketing aspect. So now we're going to transition into, you're in shape, you start training and everything like that. But a lot of people, if they don't know about your history and especially what you do right now, but you were not only an athlete in Power Slap, right? But you're like top three or top four right now.
yeah. Right now, so I actually just competed and I actually lost by
Mm-hmm.
decision my last match. So they just did the updated ranking. So I went from 4 to
Mm-hmm.
now I'm number 5 in the world.
Okay.
So I'm still top 5. So that tells you that they really mess with me, even though I have 3 straight losses, which is
uh,
it happens all the time. It happened to like actually 2 or 3 people that
hmm.
actually competed in Power Slap, and they had 0-3 matches, and then they just both of them bounced back.
That's it.
So it was just like having that opportunity. That just tells me where I'm at with them because they have me as a high regard. They like my
Hmm.
marketability. They like
Yep.
what I bring
I
to
was
the
gonna say that
table.
he definitely sees like I could market with this
Yeah,
guy. He's got a good look for
yeah,
what we're trying to promote, and you got the
yeah,
skill. So
yeah.
for the people that don't know about Power Slap, can you explain to us, or explain to them because I follow it, but explain to them what is Power Slap, how did it
Mhm.
come to be, and then where do you sit with it now?
Well, Power Slap originally, so slap fighting in general originated in Russia. It started in
Hmm.
Russia.
Okay.
So it got bigger throughout the whole other side of the world. It was big. It's still big,
Hmm.
but we needed to make that leap where we needed the NFL of slap fighting,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's when you bring in Dana White. He
Yeah.
sees it; it's going viral all over the world. The slap fighting, and he was like, you
Hmm.
know what? I'm gonna take the Fatita brothers. We're gonna invest into this, and we're gonna make this happen. And
Make it
sure enough, they
happen. Yep.
did. You know, they
Mm-hmm.
had the season one, season two, season three, Road to the Title. I was part of season three, Road to the Title. It's like an Ultimate Fighter where
Yep.
they have
Yep.
us all in the house, and they put us in a house with like 30, 40 random got people all over the world, and they
Mm-hmm.
had us compete for a power slap. And so that's how I got my 6 fight deal. You know, I ended up competing in the house. I did good. They loved me, and then ever since then, I just took off. But power slap, it's been around for just about maybe 2.5, maybe 3 years now,
Yep.
and
It's
it's and
fairly
we're
new.
growing.
It's fairly
It
new, and it blew up like that. So like
Yeah.
that,
So
Dana
the
definitely knows like how to navigate and see what's the next thing because it's definitely entertaining. It's a
yeah,
definite entertaining thing, and it's kind of like it's similar to the UFC because a lot of people like you got people that talk, you got people
yeah.
that train, but then there's very few people that like can do both. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So yeah. Mhm.
So
Yeah, so
you
with the
get
with the
that.
with the power stop, sorry to cut you off. I'm
No, no,
sorry.
no. Do your thing.
So with the power stop, we're actually under the same umbrella of the UFC. So I'm essentially
Mm-hmm.
signed to the UFC,
Yep.
but under power stop. So
Yeah.
obviously it's owned by Dana White, Frank, and if it's some of the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, it's been taking off, and it's been great. It's changed my life, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, when
I see
when
you doing
people
some things, making some moves. So that's
yeah,
all
man. So I was
kudos to
able to get
you.
some sponsorship deals,
Yep.
saying stuff
Yep.
like that. I got people working with me, merchandise
Hmm.
deals, and it's coming along, and I'm very grateful of it, man. And then how I describe Power Slap, people be like, how what's the Power Slap? How did all that good stuff? They asking me all these questions, and it's
Hmm.
Power Slap. The best way to describe it is like it's the home run derby of fighting.
Yeah.
Nothing but straight knockouts.
Outs.
It's
Yep.
1, 2, 3, knockout. Crowd
Hmm.
erupts. It goes
Hmm.
crazy.
It's crazy.
So I just love it, man.
Yeah. And you know what was wild when I first met you, it was kind of like it had made mainstream. Dana did it, but then you started seeing like memes of people. I sent you a couple of them. You see people turning and they're driving and stuff. And there's a whole
Yeah,
bunch of different things that like people have now is more of like a household name in a
yeah,
short period of time. So I can see it definitely growing to the level. And this is like you're almost like a pioneer basically for this
yeah.
whole thing. So that's a great thing for you. And like I said, I think that he's going to focus on you specifically because of how all that stuff goes. You get very marketable in the sense of how it is in your history and everything. So
Yes,
keep it
sir.
going. Keep it going.
Appreciate it,
Do
man.
your
Thank
thing. Do
you.
your thing. Um, but with Power Slap, where do you see yourself with that? Like in the next, couple years, just for Power Slap, not as a person, but just for Power
Okay.
Slap. How do you get into Power Slap, and then how do you move up with Power Slap?
So currently, right now, I'm ranked number 5 in the world as a
Mhm.
heavyweight.
Yep.
Um, how to get into Power Slap? I'd
Mhm.
say, man, go online and they have actually a link on there where you could just sign up. And
Okay.
if they see your submission, because we get thousands and hundreds of thousands of submissions every day, they
Hmm.
get
Hmm.
all people from all sorts of life be trying to apply. If you don't either get in that way or you have to really know somebody like
Hmm.
me, but then I have to see you
Yeah, that you
that
can
you
do
actually
it.
taking
Yeah.
it serious. You know what I'm
Yep. Yep.
saying?
Yep.
So
Yep. Hmm.
so just doing that and Power Slap, it's getting big, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
uh
A huge thing.
I it's getting big.
Hmm. So with that,
Uh-huh.
my last I would say professional question is obviously there is a trajectory for any athlete, any artist. Um, where do you see yourself in 5 years for you?
Okay. Okay, and that's what I meant because I actually had a like little fart, little empty. That's what I wanted to say. I meant to say as far as me longevity wise, I see
Mhm.
myself in Power Slap for at least another 2 to 3 years. I mean,
Okay.
we're still in the beginning phase of the sport. We're actually working on trying to sign with the Paramount Plus network.
Hmm.
We're on YouTube where we stream live our live events on YouTube. So we're looking at different networks that might pick up Power Step, and so when we do, the pay scale is going to go
Yeah, it goes
drastically
crazy.
up.
Yep.
So I'm trying to make sure I stick around for that. In order for me to
Hmm.
stick around, I just have to keep winning my matches. I have to keep
Hmm.
being marketable, doing stuff outside the stage.
Yep.
So doing stuff like that. and just making sure I'm marketable. You know what I'm saying? They
Hmm.
love stuff like that. So
Yep.
I want to see myself like maybe 2 to 3 years. I am 35. I am like getting up there, but I still do see myself being here as a longevity of the sport. Because right now I feel like I'm in like my 20s or 30s, early
Yeah.
30s. Like
You
I feel like I'm in
definitely
20s.
definitely be knocking people out.
Yeah,
Like
man. You
I'm
know.
getting slapped by West.
Yeah, man, I got two knockouts to my
Yeah,
resume,
yeah.
and that's why they call me the Boom because I'm known for that vicious power.
Hmm.
I'm like one of the smallest heavyweights on the roster, but I'm
Taking
like one of the
people out.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still knocking people out.
Well, the
You know,
thing is
so
from what I've seen in your work ethic, but not only it's like you said, taking it seriously. You're
right,
training, you're
yeah,
keeping your body in shape, and there's techniques that I've seen you do. You're hitting the
yeah,
targets like that, repetition and things like that. So as an athlete, this is you're a professional athlete. You're
yeah,
taking it seriously,
yeah,
and regardless of wherever it ends up, you were someone that helped mold it in the
yes,
beginning.
sir.
You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
like I said, always kudos to you and respect. Because this is not an easy that's not an easy sport to not only just be involved in, but just to excel at as well. So definitely for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I appreciate it, man. Because you're not just getting up there and you're just slapping somebody. There's a whole
Hmm.
technique to it. There's a whole
Yep.
people see saying, "How do you train for power slap?" Man, I train like I'm playing football.
That's
I'm
it.
working my
See?
neck. I'm
Yep.
working my arms. I'm working my legs. Because when
Hmm.
you receive a slap, your legs are the first to go. So
Go.
you want to
Yep.
make sure you want to have a strong base, strong legs, strong balance. Your
Hmm.
neck. Your upper body, just everything, man. And then just taking care of the brain too,
Yep.
because you're getting slapped in the face.
Hmm.
So you want to make sure you hydrate,
Yep.
Pedialyte, get your proper sleep, your mental
Hmm.
focus, take your vitamins. You know what I'm saying? So just all that stuff plays a factor into the training aspect. So yeah, man.
Do you ever see yourself transitioning over to UFC?
Fuck no.
Yeah,
Excuse
more
my language. No, sir. No, sir. See, the thing is
because
that
you
there's
see
some
it. You see
guys.
it firsthand. You met a lot of
Yeah,
athletes. You see, you're in the same training facilities.
That's
You've
just
seen it.
like that's just like if I go into their sport, I'm gonna get
Hmm.
destroyed. Those guys
Mm.
been doing those things for all their life. But if you come into my sport, oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gonna get
yeah. It's
humbled.
time.
And
Yep.
so, and
Yep.
so it's just like you can be John Jones. Of course, I'm not gonna get in a ring with him.
Hmm.
But you bring
Hmm.
him to power slap, his ass is mine. You know what I'm saying? So tread lightly. Don't just
Yeah.
think this shit is sweet where you can just
Come in.
hop over. They have a lot
Uh huh.
of. So now we actually just signed this pro wrestler. His
Okay.
name is Jack Swagger. He's a former WWE champion. They just signed
Hmm.
him for the next April card, and he's
Okay.
in my heavyweight class.
Hmm.
And there's been rumblings about who he's going against. Officially, I can't say it because it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
announced, but I know who he's facing. So,
Okay. Okay.
um, I'll tell you this right now. That boy is getting put to sleep. So it ain't no sweet thing where you can just come from another sport and come into
Uh
power
huh.
slap. This is a whole different stratosphere.
Well,
So
that's the
I
way
just
that you got
hope
to think
he's
about it too, right? Like you got someone that is athletic that you may
yeah,
say, "Oh, they're a great athlete," but the technicalities that are behind power slap. I
right.
mean, it's not only just like your chin got to be right, but like you said, can you get slapped and pick yourself back up and get back and get slapped again? Like
Yeah.
it's not as simple as just you getting on a stage and just hitting somebody. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because you're gonna be hit, and when you go to the
Yep.
ground, you gotta battle that adversity. You're getting
Mm-hmm.
viewed by millions of people and
Yep.
thousands of people in the crowd.
Yep.
So how bad do you want it? That's
Mm-hmm.
what I tell myself. If I get knocked down, okay, it's not the end of the world. But hey, fight to get back up. And
Yep.
people haven't even probably even been around something like that where you get knocked back or you get knocked down and then you can't get up. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So you gotta fight through it. It's not what people think. It's a lot more
Yeah.
brutal and it's not for everybody. It's different strokes for different folks. But when you go to a live event,
Yeah, I gotta
it
go to
is
one.
like fireworks.
Yeah.
Everybody I know, like I have over like maybe 20 NFL guys that I
Mm-hmm.
have under my clientele as far as like when I do bodyguard work. I
Mm-hmm.
had maybe like 10 of them come in support of me.
Let's
Those guys,
go.
this is some of them are their second event and
Yep.
they fucking love it. They cannot get enough. They were like, bro, this is actually better than the UFC. Like live in person, this shit is
Because
crazy.
it's right there, and like I
It's
said, like
right there, and then
it's
them
only you see
slaps,
two people.
bro, them
Yep.
slaps sound like gunshots.
You know
It's
why though?
crazy.
Because you got to remember, UFC evolved, right? In the beginning, it was, every type of fighter. You got big guys fighting little
Yeah,
guys. Then you
yeah.
got, the
Weight
Gracies took
classes.
over.
Yep,
The
yep.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu incorporated. Now everybody's training three different concepts: standing on the ground, grappling,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah,
now it's more like someone could be great and get beat by like a technicality. They
yeah.
slip. But power slap is like literally you have one move.
Yeah.
So
That's it.
that's it. You don't got no like 30 different slaps. You can't hit nobody in the back of the head. It's you either take it or you out. So I think the
Yeah,
simplicity of it gives it more of that like it that I guess it's more like you can't it's more intense
yeah,
because
yeah.
you
It
only got
is.
that one move. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So, and
Until
it's
until they
crazy.
evolve it and make it something different, but you know.
Yeah, man. The worst thing you can do when people say, "Oh, I want to get into power slap," what are your like, what's your advice? A lot of people I run into that. Well, don't flinch.
Yeah,
That's
don't
the
flip.
worst thing you can do. Do not flinch, because if you flinch,
It's over.
you have to get hit again.
Mm-hmm.
So, and just think about it when you're playing Mortal Kombat or something.
Yeah.
You have the health meter, the health bar up top of every character.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you get slapped, it's
Mm-hmm.
literally just like
Okay.
that. When you get
Yep.
slapped, your health meter go down.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Can't take
so,
a few of them. So
yeah,
that's
so
what's
it's,
up.
it's it's yeah, but I love the sport. I love the violence of it. That's always
Mm-hmm.
been me. I've been a violent guy, a guy that
Mm-hmm.
thrives under pressure, and so I just love it. I love
We
that.
need those outlets. I mean,
Yeah,
for athletes, like I said, the sports that you said I can relate to with football
right.
because it's a collision sport. It's not like a
Hmm.
contact sport. You're not just touching people, you're hitting people.
Yeah.
So to a degree, it's like you said, it's not for everybody. So
Hmm.
football players, fighters, it's a different caliber of a person in terms of athletics. So
Yeah.
you need that, and this is a great outlet for people that may not want to do, like you said, may not want to go to UFC. But Dana definitely hit gold with that because I said it was sparking. I see now, I was like, nah, I gotta get him on. I gotta get him on early before he gets
Yeah. Before it goes crazy.
yeah, before it goes like too crazy. It's already
Yeah.
crazy, but too
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean,
So
and it's changed my life, bro. Like I was able to,
mhm,
buy my first car, 0 miles
let's
off the
go,
lot, a
let's go.
2024 Corvette. I was able to.
Hmm.
Now it's just like I have all this thing going on my second contract. They re-signs me.
Let's go.
So and how it's looking, they love me. It's looking good. So I'm hopefully I can, stay long enough where I can get that pay bump when we
Hmm.
sign with
Hmm.
a new network, hopefully.
We gonna
But it
put it
changed
out in
my
the
life,
universe.
bro.
We gonna put it out in the universe. Y'all need to do that because
Yeah.
that's definitely good for not only you but your
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah.
The whole idea, the whole concept. It's a great idea, and like I said, kudos to you being a
Mhm.
pioneer with it. I only pray that you get as much success out of it. You living
And
good,
then go
comfortable.
on to acting, maybe
Yeah,
after
I mean that's it.
that.
I got connections. We got
There we
connections.
go. There
So
we go.
we'll figure that out.
Yes,
But
sir.
I appreciate you, bro. Those are the five professional questions.
Okay.
And like I said, we have five shotgun questions, and you can elaborate this or elaborate on it as much as you want, or you
Okay.
can be as quick as you want. I mean, it doesn't matter. But this is good just to give some preference to you as a person, just
Okay.
certain things. All right.
Sure. Let's get
So
it.
the first question, uh, if you had a choice, pizza or hamburger?
Depends on what type of hamburger and what type of pizza. Uh, I would have to say, you said a hamburger?
Hamburger. I mean, a
Okay.
hamburger, you could put cheese on it. You could put
Okay.
onions, peppers, whatever. But
Yeah.
if
I'll
you
say,
had a choice,
I'll say actually pizza.
okay, let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go. I'm a pizza person. I love
Yeah.
hamburgers. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, me too.
That's number two. But if they were going
Yeah.
to say, oh, if I had a hamburger, cheeseburger, piece of pizza, yeah, I'm going with pizza. So,
Yeah, pizza for sure.
a better or a better artist, okay? Better
Okay.
artist. Michael Jackson or Prince?
I grew up in the Michael Jackson era, so I have to go to Mac. I'm pretty sure Prince is probably up there, of course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that's way before my time. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm born in 1990, so I grew up
Mm-hmm.
around like the Michael Jackson and stuff. So I have to say Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Okay, okay.
Uh,
I mean, with these questions, you can't lose. You can't lose.
okay, yeah, you can't.
Because it's
That's a
gonna be
tough
people
one.
could say, "Oh, Prince," or I've had people on and I have
I would
they have
normally, if I probably would have went for Prince, but I just know more of Michael Jackson than I do
hmm
Prince.
That's just how it
So
is. That's how it is. You
yeah,
can't lose. He got a movie coming out. It's gonna do 1 billion at least.
right.
Least. All right. I don't know if you're into like comics or anything like that. I'm a big comic fan.
Okay.
But overall, not just the movies, right? Better
Right.
comic books, Marvel or DC?
I'd say Marvel for me.
Okay.
Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah. I just grew up around Marvels. Like I DC wasn't as I mean DC would be what like the Street Fighters and
No, DC is like Batman, Superman, Wonder
Batman,
Woman,
Superman. Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Marvel, Spider-Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk.
Oh man.
That's why I said because
I
I
like some Batman, man. I grew up on
see.
some Batman too and Superman and
Yep. Batman's my
Batman was
favorite
really my
character.
guy.
Yeah. But I love Panther, Black Panther,
I
Hulk,
like the Iron Man.
Iron Man's cool. Captain
Actually, I'm gonna go
America.
with DC. I'm gonna go with DC. I'm gonna go with DC. Just Batman and Superman. You can never go wrong with those
That's
guys,
it.
man.
That's it. I mean, we'll see what they do in the film, the
The,
cinematic
the
universe.
Doomsday
Yeah,
of
because
the
Marvel killing them in that. I mean, I know James is doing his thing
yeah,
now, but they definitely got a lot ahead of them in terms of a cinematic universe. DC had
yeah.
movies out prior, but we could talk
I
about
think
that.
they're doing a crossover with the X-Men too.
I think so. Yeah, with
Yeah, I thought I
Doomsday,
seen that.
Doomsday's
Yeah.
supposed to be crazy.
Oh, I
So
can't wait.
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because Marvel was like this, then it went down, and now
Yeah.
hopefully Doomsday
No,
gonna bring it back
hopefully.
up. So we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see. All right. GOAT. Who is the GOAT? Jordan or LeBron?
Oh, Jordan.
Okay.
Jordan. I have to go with Jordan.
I mean, that's like I said, you can't lose. Some
Yeah.
of the young people, they're like, nah, no, no, no. But I mean, I'm a Jordan
Jordan.
fan too.
Jordan.
The last question is a four-person question, okay?
Okay.
Because obviously Power Slap is new, but UFC is older, and I'm pretty sure you're a UFC fan, so you
Yeah.
know some fighters and things. Who is the GOAT? Okay, because this is a debate. John Jones, right?
Mhm.
Um, GSP,
Oof.
Demetrius Johnson,
Mm.
okay, or Khabib.
Ooh.
I mean, there's other people out there, obviously.
Do you need them in a different order or
I mean,
just
you can
like
put them
just
in
say
order.
choose?
Where do you
I say
feel?
John Jones is number one.
Okay,
They you can't,
it's not
he's
debatable. I mean, you can't
yeah,
argue
just
it, but
John Jones number one. Second, I would have to put you said who
yeah,
was
GSP,
GSP.
Demetrius
I would have to
Johnson.
say yeah, Joyce, yeah. So I
Yeah,
use him.
okay.
GSP second. Uh, I'd say
Demetrius Johnson, Mighty
Khabib.
Mouse.
Yeah, I say Khabib
Mm-hmm.
and the Mighty Mouse. Then Mighty
Okay.
Mouse.
Then Mighty
Yeah,
Mouse. All right. All right.
yeah. That's how
Because
I
I
would
think
do.
the argument is obviously you can kind of debate with all four of them,
Right,
right? Like who was better at this, and that.
right.
And I think they're all different in their own right. They're all different weights.
Yeah,
So I think it's just the argument that people said, like who if you had them all in one room, who would win? I mean, it
yeah,
is what it is.
yeah.
You get
John
messed up with
Jones. I
anybody,
think
so
John Jones and GSP would probably be like those
be the
two that.
last two.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know. It's tricky. So,
yeah,
but I appreciate that.
yeah.
Those are my questions for today. Like I said, I
Okay.
appreciate you, bro. I only pray for you to be successful in your
Thank you.
future. You're really down to earth type of dude. I can't
Appreciate that.
only see success. Keep doing your thing in Power Slap.
Yes,
For
sir.
everyone that wants to reach out to you, how can they communicate with you? How can they reach out to you?
You can reach out to me on Instagram. I'm mainly there pretty much every day. It's Wes underscore
Mhm.
the Mena. So it's Wes underscore Mena underscore the boom. It's all
Mhm.
together.
Yep.
And then you'll see me right there. Yeah, man. That's the best way to reach me. You have my email on there if you ever want to reach out to my email.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
So, like I said, I appreciate you, bro. Make sure you get plenty of water because of
Yes,
the
sir.
allergies. Can't deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm already gonna start loading my Zyrtec soon, because
Yeah.
it's getting warmer.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, best of luck with everything. Shout out to you, the family,
Yeah. Thank
and just
you.
success, bro. I'll be in
Yeah, I
touch with
appreciate you.
everything.
Thank you for having me, and I appreciate your time, and I learned a lot, and thank you so much for the talks behind the scenes and
No
whatnot,
doubt,
and I
no doubt.
appreciate you, man. Let's keep
We
it
definitely
going.
gonna do some stuff. I'm gonna
Yeah.
reach out to you when I got some products going on. I got some things going for the end of the year that maybe
Okay.
may interest in you.
And where
So
you based out of again?
so I live in like in that Boston area. So
Oh
we're
yeah,
on a
that's right.
military
Okay.
base. So like yeah,
Oh, okay. Have you
yeah
heard
we
of
up there.
Lawrence, Massachusetts?
I've heard of it, but I've never been there.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like north. It's my bay, 45 minutes north of Boston. So,
Okay.
but yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, we try. Like, I mean, we usually travel up there, and we like that area. We like
yeah,
Boston,
yeah.
because I grew up in Connecticut,
Oh
so
yeah, so
it's
yeah,
like the
right
same
there.
thing. It's the same
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
literally,
yeah.
almost. So that's what's
Awesome,
up.
man.
All
Yeah.
right, bro. I will
Yeah,
check you
appreciate you.
later. I'll keep in
Okay.
touch, and keep your head up. Keep doing your thing.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you for having me. Have a good night,
Always.
bro.